Hello everyone, it is I, Megaboy X, and I'm here to talk about that I'm finally back on YouTube. I haven't been doing some things for a while because I'm busy with life and busy with personal stuff. But I hope y'all be safe with the COVID-19 pandemic and everything else going on with the world and stuff, and God bless you. God bless all of you. Now I'm here to talk about some news, and it's regarding about um Super Smash Bros. The Super Smash Bros. DLC and Dragon Ball Superheroes. Now, I was going to make this video so that way I can talk about the Smash community and and my opinions on the final DLC Sora. Well, first I want to get Dragon Ball Superheroes out of the way so that way I can talk. So that way. Oh crap! I didn't mean to elbow. Nothing. Just ignore that. I didn't mean to tip that over. We can. Yeah, just ignore that. And well, I'm gonna go over Dragon Ball Super first, cause it's pretty interesting. It's really gonna be an interesting movie. So this movie is supposed to take place. The events in the movie is supposed to take place, I think, 10 years after the Boo saga, but it's supposed to take, I think, what is it, 4 to 6 months after the events of the Broly movie. Actually, I don't. Actually, I'm not. Actually, I might have that wrong, but it's supposed to take place. Well, let me say it like this: it's a for those who look at the manga, it's supposed to take place after the events of the Granola arc. The entire Dragon Ball superhero movie is supposed to take place after the Granola arc. So there's a lot going on for the movie. In the teaser that we have that was shown in little clips here and there, it is shown that the Red Ribbon Army is back and is going to be playing a major role in the movie. There is also a new character. We don't know if it's a hero or a villain, but the character's name, the character or characters' name are Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. That's what those two characters from who were shown before with those designs are called. We don't know what their role is in this movie is, but we both know that these two will play a major role in the movie. Also, Piccolo and Goku are possibly playing a big role in this movie. And it seems that the confirmed characters for this movie are Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, Pan, Krillin, Piccolo, Korin, Whis, um, Whis, Mr. Satan, Majin Buu, um, um, Pan, um, and surprisingly enough, Broly. And I mean Dende, and surprisingly enough, Broly. Broly was a big surprise. I didn't think Broly was going to come back. But if you really look at the trailer for a split second, because the events in the teaser goes super fast, and I hope it doesn't go super fast in the movie, Broly is training with Goku. And the fact that Broly and Goku are sharing more of a friendship more than like how Broly was portrayed in the old movies, it's actually pretty good. It's kind of like progress. It's kind of like good progress. It's like It's kind of like Broly. It's kind of like Goku is and Vegeta and Broly are kind of like becoming like same protectors of the world or something like that. Like they're good, like they're like a SWAT or something. I don't know, but it seems like they're trading in Piccolo's. I mean, no, not Piccolo. Beerus's planet, which is very interesting because like I didn't think Beerus would allow Broly's like uncontrollable power to take place to let him to let him like take what to let him like train with Goku in like Beerus's place, which is interesting. Now I don't know if Chila and Lemo's gonna be in the movie, but who knows if those two are gonna be in the movie? All I know is Goku and Broly are gonna be duking it out on Beerus's planet. So yeah, we get to see that in action. Also, Piccolo trains with Pan and trying to um, um, master Key is kind of like very great, a very great moment for Piccolo and Pan. I get this. I gotta say they're gonna be having that Piccolo and Pan are gonna be having a bonding, great bonding granddaughter and grandfather bonding moments. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how Pan is going to what Pan's gonna do in this movie. It turns out that there's gonna be some kind of end of Z, like a canon in the Z, like a super edition in the Z. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna be very interesting for the end of Z and stuff. So yeah, there's also some figures showing about the figurines of the movie, which is very cool and it's gonna be very. Now the movie still is coming out next year, but we don't know the. Now let me say it like this: the Japanese movie stuff is kind of done because like basically the lines for Piccolo and Goku in Japanese are done. They're done for the lines for the recording and sing for Piccolo and Goku are done. Everyone else now they have to work for everyone else. But I'm getting the feeling that the movie is gonna probably that if they're gonna keep that the movie that if some part of Japan is get done, then the Japan part of the movie is probably gonna either come probably either in March or April of this year, while the U.S. is probably gonna come probably in the fall or something. I don't know. But it's going to be very interesting to see. What I really hope for this movie is to see Ultra Ego, like Vegeta's Ultra Ego form in this movie. Because, like, I get the feeling they're probably going to put this for in this movie just to promote the Dragon Ball video games and to show what this form could do. And it would be a surprise if they put this form in Xenoverse 2 or in Xenoverse 3 if we get Xenoverse 3. But who knows? Who knows? Possibilities are endless. And I'm really gonna be excited to see the movie. Now I'm gonna go to Sora's take, and I was actually excited. I mean, the good news. I mean, I'm actually pretty happy that Sora got in. The only thing that I felt was kind of holding him back was basically Disney, because Disney owned Kingdom Hearts and stuff. But I didn't expect them to find a way to have him get in the game. And that the fact that he got in the game is actually a dream come true reality. It's kind of like how Steve got in the game, where he's one of those characters where you don't think it's gonna happen, but then when it actually happens, you're like, is this a dream? But then is this a dream? How did they do it? So Nintendo did the impossible, and it was in Smash. Now the things that they censored were basically Disney characters in general, because you know how like in the diving of the heart part of the stay about the Hollow Bastion stage, they kind of like cut certain Disney characters off of the portraits and stuff. So yeah, and there was a lot of Kingdom Hearts reference. I mean, I probably wouldn't get them because like I didn't really play Kingdom Hearts that much. I mean, right now I'm playing the first Kingdom Hearts game right now to really get caught up. I mean, I'm not really good at Kingdom Hearts, but I'm gonna try my best. And I'm really excited to play Sora in the game. I really am. I'm really happy that Sora fans got to get to play Sora and they get to play Kingdom Hearts on the Switch with the cloud version. I'm really happy with that. Now I'm probably gonna get into the serious part of the video, and that's the Smash community and how they like feel about like each DLC or even characters in general. This is kind of this is not real. This is kind of ranked, but it's kind of not because I'm not really old as I don't really. I mean, certain people's opinions. I mean, I understand it. Like, like. Well, let me explain. I understand if you're mad at the character. Now, with Byleth, when people were upset with Byleth and disappointed with Byleth, I can understand the hate for that. Because, like, it's another Fire Emblem character, and I understand. But certain characters, I feel certain YouTubers like, or even like Smash players in general were kind of going over the top for like getting angry and stuff. I mean, I saw a video recently today that kind of showed like people like YouTubers or even streamers getting upset at certain reveals. Now with Joker, I didn't really understand. Now I saw someone get upset with Joker. I kind of didn't understand that. I mean, to be honest, I kind of didn't understand that, but I didn't. And then I saw some people with Sephiroth. I mean, Sephiroth is basically a pretty iconic villain, and he's probably like probably like a pretty well-known villain. So, I mean, I get it if Final Fantasy isn't your cup of tea, but Sephiroth was basically the reason Final Fantasy got the best representation that it now has now. But hey. I saw some with Pyra. I saw, I think, one or two with Pyra Mithra, one with Steve. And yeah. No, it's not too much of a rate because, like, I don't really get mad at this stuff. What, it's just, I don't like it when people say, like, oh, if you like this character, then you're stupid. Then, because, like, it makes you feel, because then that kind of makes other people angry and they just look at you. I don't. I don't hate other YouTubers. It's just we gotta be great. It's just it would be nice for if the Smash community could be grateful that we even have at least over 80, over like almost 80, 90 characters in the game. But it seems like that in this Smash community, no one just want to appreciate how many fighters we have, and the fact that we have over, and the fact that we have over the amount over like 90 fighters is actually very interesting. Now, yeah, it's very interesting, and I actually thank Sakurai for making this game and to break and making his hardest to make the fans happy. I applaud this man, and I hope he gets a break. I just don't like those toxic like YouTubers who just be like, "Oh, I didn't want oh, this character is bad," or "Oh, this character is not really that good, and I don't know why this is in the game." I mean, if you're disappointed with a character, I understand that. I mean, I'm not, and no one's forcing you to like a character or to be happy with it. But if you don't like a character, just don't buy the DLC. I mean, even Sakurai himself said in the beginning of the DLC, like, if you don't, like, you should look at the DLC before even buying it. Even though I bought the Empire Fighter Pass 2 and even though Steve got in the game, it didn't really matter to me because his stage is very good and his music is very good too. So I do utilize his stage and music, even though I don't like it that the character's in the game. Even though I didn't like to hear that the character was in the game, I was happy with Minecraft fans, and even even though I didn't really personally want Steve in the game. The same thing could have been said if Fortnite Jonesy or if any Fortnite character got in the game. I generally would have felt kind of hate and anger for Fortnite, but I would have been happy for Fortnite fans, even though I that wasn't the character I wanted. I mean, even though Shantae got deconfirmed and many characters got deconfirmed, I kind of got. I mean, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did kind of cry a bit, and yeah, it was sad, but I'm at least happy that she got in the game. I mean, we won't always get what every character we want, and that's actually true. Well, you gotta put it into consideration of how much time it takes to develop and how much effort they put into this game. Now, I'm not saying to like it. If you don't like Smash Bros. Ultimate, that's your opinion. I'm not a person who forces you to like a game. But it just, but I just don't like those people who just say, "Oh, you shouldn't like," who just say, "Oh, you shouldn't like this game," or "You shouldn't like this character," and so it's what I don't understand is the fact it's kind of like the Twitter stuff because like Twitter kind of like makes liking a character or liking a character less likely because like remember when because like I remember when people once cause like there's been people who wanted Steve or who want Sora in the game. And then when they got in the game, they kind of like said, "No, I don't want Steve," or "No, I don't want Sora." And I find that very confusing. And I find that like, okay, why you don't like a character that you wanted it for a while? Do you just don't honestly want the character at all, or you just want the character just to rank to it? I mean, what's the purpose of having a character that you wanted for so long if you're just gonna end up hating it? I mean, if it's because of the gameplay, then there's nothing there's nothing Sakura can do. I mean, Nintendo basically made the decision for the DLC. I mean, Sakurai didn't choose to say yes or no. I mean, you could probably agree, but he didn't have a choice to say yes. He agreed with the decision, but he didn't really have a choice to say, "Oh, I want this character" or "I want that." I mean, yeah, he probably had some interactions with the DLC characters, like playing their games or having like experience with certain characters. But hey, that's okay. I mean, not every character's for everyone. I understand that. I understand that. And to use the term anime swordsman, it's kind of redundant because like not every character really look anime like. Because saying the phrase anime swordsman is kind of redundant. I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy kind of did have an anime, and yeah, certain characters in the Smash community have animes in time, but that's not. In, but saying that is not. But saying that is not really the full uses of the term. I mean, I might because like saying anime swordsman is like they look is like they're like anime looking swordsmen, or they have an anime, or they have an anime, or they or they look like anime characters. I mean, some of them do, some of them don't, and it's kind of funny because some of them do have animes, but not all of them. And people are complaining that we have too many swordsmen when really we have really not a lot of swordsmen. If you really think about it, we don't have that much swordsman characters. Because like if you really take away all the characters and put all the swords, we don't have that much. We probably have more. If you we probably have more brawlers and gunners combined. If you brawlers and combined, if you really think about it. I mean, people don't realize that, but hey, it is what it is. People don't realize that, but it is what it is. I mean, Fire. I mean, I feel like for the next game that certain characters deserve. That I do feel certain characters did deserve some love and did deserve. I do feel certain. Yeah, I do feel certain characters did deserve to be in the spotlight in Smash Bros. I mean, Let me say it like this: if the developers themselves said, oh, this character will be in the game, or I would like this character in the game. If they're under NDA, then they probably violated that for saying that. Because like certain people who are under NDA can't even say that their character is getting smashed, or someone or a video game character from my company is getting. I mean, certain characters companies were in NDA and they couldn't say anything. And it's kind of funny how people say like Square Enix was stingy. Cause like I mean, yeah, back in Smash 4, they didn't really utilize a lot of things for Cloud. I mean, Cloud could have deserved a lot of blood in Smash 4. Cause like, I mean, they could have at least had like a few other characters, few other Final Fantasy characters, spirits, and maybe like a few more songs. But at least Sephiroth was basically the whole gaping hole that actually healed the wounds of the Final Fantasy representation in Ultimate, which was good. And they added Cloud's artwork in the Fighter Spirit, which is good too. Now, I mean, I understand they didn't add artwork for Advent Children because that's why it's not a game. Advent Children's a movie, which is very interesting, which is actually pretty interesting. So it would make sense why they didn't add it, add like Advent Children work artwork for Cloud or even Sephiroth. So it would make sense. So yeah, I mean, I get, I can understand if you're disappointed with the character. I mean, to be, I mean, let me say it like this: Piranha Plant was shocking. Piranha Plant was a shocking reveal. Now, Piranha Plant was a shocking. I didn't see anyone had any hate for Piranha Plant, but they were more shocked. But I saw more people shocked. Sorry, I saw more people shocked about that reveal than anything. Than anything, Joker was very surprising, but more of in a good way. Because like I didn't at the time I didn't know what Persona 5 is. But thanks to Smash, I actually knew what Persona 5 was, and I actually enjoyed the series. Banjo Kazooie. Now I Banjo I mean no wait, not Banjo Kazooie. Hero, I mean, yeah, it was basically the definition of a anime swordsman. Cause like it basically did kind of look like if Dragon Ball if Dragon Ball was a video game and it had a different name and it was more swords than fist fighting. But you gotta think about it. You gotta take into consideration that not everyone that you can't just say, oh, everyone who likes this is an idiot. Cause like some people might feel a different way to like how they like react to certain Smash reveals, and they might feel happy, they might feel upset, they might be disappointed, but hey, at the end of the day, it was Nintendo's decision to choose this DLC. But telling people that they're idiots or they're dumbasses for not, I mean, sorry, for, or they're, or they're effing idiots because like they like the character it's not, it's not right. And be like, oh, people shouldn't like this character. I'm be like, okay. I'm be like, that's kind of disrespectful for those who actually enjoyed that character being in the game. It's like I only seen a person for no one thing. I only seen a person like dislike video. I mean, people. I mean, this person was complaining about like how you say "grandpa," and that's basically what Banjo does. I don't know if either the person didn't really like Banjo as a whole in that reveal, or they just didn't feel that Banjo saying that was right. But hey, that person didn't like it for some weird reason. I mean, that's what made Banjo Banjo. So, and to say that some people who like that character is actually an understatement. Because like you can say that to them a lot. Say that to the majority of people who reacted to the Banjo Kazooie reveal and just liked it. Like you can say that about about many of the YouTubers like Miss Clay Fade or Anime Bro Me or even the way, but no, it wouldn't, or even me, because like I was pretty excited that Banjo-Kazooie was in the game. Now, no, but no, they're famous YouTubers. They're famous YouTubers, and they don't have time. They're famous YouTubers. Even famous YouTubers have to deal with YouTubers trash talking and Disney on the channel. I mean, I have had that on my channel too. But I don't want what, but I don't want, but I'm not saying that, I'm not saying this to be mean to you, but I'm not gonna let any, but to be mean to any YouTuber, but I'm not gonna let anyone talk. But it doesn't matter to me about how, I mean, I won't get a lot of reviews, a lot of subscribers, and that's fine. I mean, I try my best, and I don't get to make the best videos or the best things, and I don't have a good camera or anything, but I try my best. I try my best. I mean, I'm not like those famous YouTubers who I subscribe to, but I try my best and do what I can. Even if people like talk down upon me and say, "Oh, my YouTube is trash, and I should delete my channel," I gotta ignore them. I mean, a lot of famous YouTubers who have like a lot of who like have a lot of subscribers also deal with that a lot throughout their days, and some of them either ignore them, some of them block them, and some of them. Well, for me, I kind of just either block them or ignore them. But I'm not gonna let what they say get to me because I'm gonna do best what I do best, and that's making YouTube content. Even if I don't always make the best YouTube content, or I don't do it every day or once in a while like every YouTuber, I'm gonna do what I do best, and that's being Mega Boy X. I mean, and that's even for gameplay wise, gameplay or even reaction wise. Like some people might say, "Oh, you don't," "Oh, I don't," videos, or "Oh, I don't want this character in the game," or "Why you like this character." I mean, if you're upset, it's fine. It's fine to be upset for a character. It's fine. But just talking trash about a YouTuber and saying that they're stupid for liking character is actually just very disrespectful. I mean, YouTubers don't have to deal with that. They don't have to deal. They don't have to deal with so much of that, because like people don't want the character because people don't get the character they want. I mean, yeah, certain characters should have got what they deserve, but it is what it is. Like let me say, and then with Terry, I mean, Terry was a complicated character because of his command inputs, but I didn't know much about Terry. I didn't know much about SNK. I mean, he was kind of basically only confirmed by the Elite, but I didn't know much about SNK or King of Fighters or even Fatal Fury in general. But I actually pretty enjoyed him. I really enjoyed playing as Terry. And now, Byleth was the only character that I knew for a fact that I understand the hate for. I understand the hate. I understand the hate for the character. Because, like, I mean, most of the Fire Emblem characters are basically kind of the same. And they basically kind of have the same move. I mean, the only unique one I think is probably Robin. He's probably the only uniquest out of all of them, which is kind of disappointing. And if I were to add more, bring back the Fire Emblem characters, I would try. I probably at best just. I mean, I probably at best, if I was working on the game, only put in 4 Fire Emblem characters just to make just to make it better, just to even it out. I think it's best to just choose. If I were to choose the Fire Emblem characters, I would choose Marv because he's iconic, Roy because like people like to play as him. I mean, Robin because he's unique, and maybe because like I think certain people do like how like how Ike is and how Ike plays. But certain one of the other characters, I probably get. but that's just me. I'm not saying I would do that, but that's just me. Now, Min Min was basically complicated. Min Min was basically a character that was kind of complicated. I mean, but I didn't see any hate for her because, like, she was basically more of a popular choice than Spring Man or Raven Girl anyway. Because, like, people want, it's like Min Min was basically a fan favorite, and she was basically beloved by many fans. So yeah. And then there was Steve. I didn't like that Steve got in the game, but I was happy. Now, what confused me was the fact that people were like, "Oh, I don't want Steve," and then it's kind of confusing because, well, people wanted Steve, but then when Steve got announced, some people were like, I mean, some I saw people were happy for him, and hey, I mean, some people might say, "Oh, Steve's an anime sword, Steve's a swordsman." I'll be like, he's not really fully a swordsman. He's kind of like a semi-swordsman, kind of like what Ganondorf is. But I mean, Minecraft is very popular, and Minecraft is very popular with the kids. So I mean, not that Steve was popular, but he was a pretty good game. But it was kind of confusing because it was kind of like, okay, you wanted him, but you didn't want him. I didn't understand that really. Now, Sephiroth was basically a pretty cool one for me, and he was an iconical villain. I mean, to be honest, I feel like more villains should have been in the game. Like, if I had to say, I say more females and more villains should have been in the game. And we did get another villain. Cause like when Sephiroth came in, I thought for sure that we were gonna get someone like Eggman for the final character. Eggman would have been so cool, but hey, it is what it is. Cause like Nintendo chose fighters, but Eggman would have been pretty cool, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I mean, not a lot of people are Final Fantasy fans, and I can understand that. But it may, but even though it's not like Dante or not even like anything, there's like a lot of like people who like really like Final Fantasy characters and probably big fans of, fans of the villain Sephiroth. So I mean, I only saw one hate video from that Rain video. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, now I did see. Now for Sephiroth, I did see one hate for one thing, and that's the fact that Gino became Mikasa. It was kind of like really, really. It was kind of like salt in the wound, and it really, really hurted Gino fans. I mean, it was disappointing, but but I mean, we can't. I mean, not a. I mean, we can't. I mean, we won't all. I mean, we can't. Not a. I mean, we won't always get every character we want, but it really, really hurt Geno fans, and it kind of also made other people who wanted Square characters nervous, especially Sora, because like the fact that we got free characters really didn't boost up Sora's chances. Now, I'm sorry, I had to check on some. But yeah. But yeah. Mm. But yeah. I mean, Sephiroth is basically a really iconic villain. I mean, yeah, it basically did for us Steel fans, but He was very iconic. Now, Pyra and Mephra, I mean, it kind of was a mixture because I didn't think Rex. I didn't. Well, people wanted Rex more than Pyra and Mephra separately than Pyra and Mephra just without Rex. Because I feel they were from. Because it was kind of. I feel like Rex would be a pretty great fighter. Because, like, he the one who uses the sword. I mean, I like Pyra and Mephra, and I like their music. They have pretty good music tracks. Okay, okay, good. And then they have pretty music tracks. Oh, I'm sorry about the interruptions. They have pretty good music tracks, and they're very interesting. I mean, it is kind of that it's man down beat. I mean, I know that Power River isn't Cup of Tea, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a pretty good game. And Xenoblade fans were probably pretty happy. I mean, I was expecting Rex. I didn't even think Rex or Power River could get in because, like, Rex was a me costume, but I was proven wrong. But they furthered, but those two basically furthered. Oh, sorry, further proof, man, that spirits did not deconvert the characters in any slighted form. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, it kind of helped. I mean, yeah, I saw some people were kind of like, but it made them friends happy. But Nakaja was basically someone I didn't think was gonna be into the hey, I should be a Miko thing. But I mean, it made Tekken fans happy. I didn't really see any hate for Kaguya, but was a but Kaguya is like a tank. It's like fighting a tank that can. It's like fighting a tank. And ooh, it's hard. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's pretty easy to beat when you have more than one person, but when you're fighting one on one, he's a tank. I didn't really see any hate from him, but it is what it is. Now Sora basically was the same thing with Steve. I didn't really see a lot of hate. I only saw like a few hates here or there. Like, oh, why Sora? It was basically the same thing with Steve. Like, everyone wanted Sora, but then people were like, no, why Sora? And then it's like, okay, it doesn't. Okay, why are you getting upset? I mean, this, I mean, it really did hurt Doom fans, and I want a Doom guy, but it is what it is. I mean, I still will buy the me costume in remembrance of Doom guy who could have been a DLC character, but hey, it's Doom. But hey, I mean, it is what it is with Doom guy. It is what it is. But hopefully he gets in the next game. But Sora is a pretty good character and a pretty big deal for people who really, really want it in the game. Now, with Sora, with Sora, people were kind of like, there were certain people who were kind of like, before he was actually announced, were kind of dissing on other people for saying, oh, Sora for Smash, because like the Disney thing, and just saying that they're stupid and stuff. I mean, the same thing with Shantae, because like when Shantae was became a me costume, and to one of my shout out to one of my friends on Facebook, Chad Newcomer. Um, um, well, and if you like, yeah, subscribe to Chad Newcomer. In one of his videos, he said that Shantae fans were getting harassed after the fact that she became a me costume, and that the Shantae haters basically were dissing on the people who believe. For me, I kind of just took it. I kind of just ignored it. But I didn't. But it didn't. But it wasn't really. But it was kind of disrespectful for those who wanted Sean, for the Sean the haters to really just be mad at them. But eventually it stopped. But eventually it did stop. But not in a good. But it kind of like some words were said and stuff. But it kind of stopped. Now it may. Now we may not get every character we want, and every character and certain least favorites might come in the game might be disappointed. But if we don't appreciate the fact that this man, that Sakurai, this man, has basically put in the majority of characters in the game, we should be happy. We should be happy that this man basically made a commitment to make us, the fans, happy and put these game characters in the game. But it seems like certain people just don't want to appreciate that the fact that certain characters got in the game. And they just want to rate like how these characters got in the game and the fact that like these characters shouldn't be in the game. I mean, it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be disappointed. If you're disappointed, it's okay. But screaming and ranting, saying, "Oh, why you put like," and yelling at Sora like, "Why you put this character instead of this character? I don't like it that you did that." It's not really going to make Sakurai put in the character. It's just gonna make it unlikely for that character to get in the game. The same thing could have been said for Waluigi fan. I mean, Waluigi fans were like basically threatening Sakurai to get in for him to get in the game. And I feel like that was very disrespectful. I mean, yeah, Waluigi probably did deserve to be in the game, but going around threatening the man who basically made the game, who basically made this game to please you, and you're just gonna threaten them to put your game character in the game, is actually very disrespectful. Especially when this man just dedicated majority of his work time to making majority of fans happy, and you're just gonna be upset and disrespect the director of the game and just be mad. I mean, I'm gonna say this: while not every while while Fortnite and Minecraft wouldn't have been my cup of tea, I would have been happy for the fans. I mean, I'm not saying everyone should do this, but hey, I at least were happy for Minecraft fans, even though I didn't want Steve in the game. I, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't just like rant and like make a video like, oh, how I didn't want this character or how this character is basically useless and didn't really make him didn't really need to be in the game and so on and so forth. I mean, we shouldn't be mad. I mean, to be honest, we should be happy that this man dedicated, and that he should get a rest. Cause like threatening this man, cause he ended off with Sora, ain't really going to change his opinion on like how on like certain characters. So yeah, that's all I'd say. Haven't been making YouTube videos in a while, and yeah. I just hope that the Smash community really change when the next Smash game comes around. Because, like, I'm getting kind of tired of, like, people just eating at each other's necks at this point. But anyway, that's all I have to say. And I hope everyone has a great day and be safe with COVID. This is Mega Boy, and have a mega day. Peace in the Middle East. Bye.